Everyone, and welcome back to the Black Panda Crypto page. In this video, we're going to be updating ourselves on what is going on with Bitcoin, what is happening with the Bitcoin price, what to expect in the next few weeks. So we're going to be using CoinMarketCap, CoinGloss, and also looking at the charts. CoinMarketCap and CoinGloss, we're just going to be looking at some data. So currently we are on CoinMarketCap. So this is the overview on CoinMarketCap. So firstly we have the market cap, total market cap in the crypto space. And that is currently down quite a lot, just above $2 trillion, all the way from a high of 2.6 trillion. Only a few months ago, 3 months ago, we were at a market cap of $2.6 trillion. So this is the overview, or we're going through the overview on CoinMarketCap. I want us to look at the fear and greed index, So we must all understand that when it comes to the fear and greed index, when we are in extreme greed, that's when we sell. When we are in extreme fear, that's when we start getting fearful, that's when we buy. So as you can see, all the way back in March, we were in extreme greed. All the way at 91, we were at the all-time high for Bitcoin. We were in extreme greed, and when we're in extreme greed, the market does tend to correct, come down. So we saw a huge correction over the last 3 months. We're currently in July, but from March all the way to July, we saw the price decrease. We'll see later on when we're looking at the actual chart for Bitcoin. So the fear and greed index, we are now currently in fear. We are now at 35.68. We are currently in fear. And when we are in fear, last time we were in this fear area was all the way back in November, all the way back in September 2023, all the way back in September 2023, and that's when we started seeing a push in prices, and we got all the way to extreme greed. So we're currently in fear, and if history does repeat itself, we will expect price to rise from here. So that is the fear and greed index on CoinMarketCap. That's all that I wanted us to look at, to gauge where we are as traders, how are we feeling as traders, and unfortunately traders are feeling fearful. But when people are fearful, that's when we buy. That's when we start entering trades. So let's quickly go on CoinGloss. So this is CoinGloss. We're just going to scroll through some more data. We're going to be looking at the data from the Bitcoin ETF companies. What are the ETF companies doing? So since January, the 10th of January, the ETFs have been trading live. So while the ETFs have been trading live, we got some industrial investors, institutional investors within the crypto space. So with these institutional investors, we can now see what they're doing, see when they're buying, see when they're selling, and overall what they do does affect the market. It does affect the market. So it started all the way in January the 10th, and yeah, that's when we saw all of the ETFs going live. The only ETF company that was live before that is Grayscale, and Grayscale is currently second. Number one is the Bitcoin iShares, which is owned by BlackRock. So we're just going to be looking at the holding in the last day and the holding in the last 7 days. What are most of the ETF companies doing? So we have iShares. In the last day, they have bought 3,324 Bitcoin in the last day, which is up 1%. In the last 7 days, they have bought 3,400. So most of the Bitcoins that they've bought, they bought them today. They bought the Bitcoin today. So then we have Grayscale. Grayscale is still continuing to sell. They've sold 500 in the last day and 1,500 in the last 7 days. So Grayscale is continuing their sell. And the reason why Grayscale is selling as compared to iShares and the rest of them is because they have a high fee. They have a high fee on their Bitcoin ETF. So the people rather invest in iShares, Fidelity, or any of the other ETFs as compared to Grayscale. Then we have Fidelity. Fidelity, they are buying. They bought 2,000 Bitcoin today. Overall, they've bought 3,300 in the last 7 days. Then we have ARK21 shares, and they have been selling. They have been selling their Bitcoin. They have been selling their Bitcoin in the last day and in their last 7 days. So according to this, most of the Bitcoin they've sold was sold today. So they had a net buy, but since they sold 700 today, they now have a negative 200 in the last 7 days. But as we scroll down, we can see that most of the ETF companies are buying. Most of the ETF companies are buying Bitcoin. So why would they be buying if the market is in fear? As I said, when the market is in fear, that is the time to buy. When we are fearful, that is the time to buy. These ETF companies, they have experts that understand different markets. They understand the dynamics of these markets, how they work, the liquidity, everything that they need to understand so they can buy into the markets. They are not selling. They are still accumulating more and more Bitcoin. If we flow down to the heat map, you can see that iShares owns more than 310,000 Bitcoin. They own more than 310,000 Bitcoin. Grayscale, unfortunately, due to their selling pressure, now hold 273,000. At some point, they had more than 350,000 Bitcoin. But unfortunately, due to competition in the ETF space, they are forced to sell. Then Fidelity also owns 170,000, which is a lot of Bitcoin. So if we look at the total Bitcoin spot ETF net flow, these are the flows. This is the price of Bitcoin in yellow. Then we have the net flows, which the net flow ins, which are the green bars, the net flow outs, which are the red bars. So as you can see, they are most of the days Bitcoin is flowing in. So they are accumulating more Bitcoin than they are selling. So there are days where we have an outflow. We had plus minus 5 to 6 days of outflows in this area right here, but we are recovering from those outflows. So if these ETF companies are buying in, there is something that they know. Now let's look at the chart. Let's break down the chart. The chart might have something even more interesting. So the chart might have something even more interesting going on. So this is the Bitcoin chart on TradingView. This is the Bitcoin chart on TradingView. So let's try and see what is going on. Let's try and see what is going on. Okay. So I see a support level. Bitcoin has bounced on a support level. Let me take out my trend line, and boom, we have a support level right there. On the support, we have 1, 2, 3 touches. The market touched this particular support level 3 times, and we are still holding the support. We're still holding the support. So thankfully, even though Bitcoin is down quite a lot, if we check from the all-time high, Bitcoin is went down approximately 25%. Currently, we are at 21%. Bitcoin is down 21% from the all-time high. And the last time we were at the all-time high was 23 days ago, which is plus minus 4 months. The last time we touched all-time highs was 4 months ago. So we're due to test that level once again. So, and we have a resistance up top. We have a resistance up top, and we have multiple touches on that resistance also. We have multiple touches on that resistance also. So, okay, we've identified a pattern. Now let's try and identify potential zones. So where the market will resist, where is the market likely to resist? So resist or support. So firstly, we have a resistance level at approximately 60,500. We have a resistance level somewhere there. Then all the way up here, we have almost triple bottom at 71,000. At 71,000, we have another one somewhere here. So Bitcoin from current prices, expect Bitcoin to go up and test 71,000 from where it is right now. From where it is right now, expect it to go up and test 71,000. Then, in the likelihood that Bitcoin breaks lower than the next support level, if we break the current support that we are on, the next support level is at approximately so the next support level will be at approximately 47,000. At approximately 47,000. That is the next support level if we do break below. But we're still within the bull flag, so I do expect prices to go up. Bitcoin is showing bullish momentum, so I'm on the daily chart. The last 2 days, we've seen some bullish activity, some small bullish activity. So likely that the price will continue going up. If not, then we expect maybe a movement where we go up, then we slightly come down, maybe come test the 52 area, then finally go up. Even if we come test the 42 area, we would still be testing our support level. So that is what I see on the Bitcoin chart. Some very, very interesting stuff. Bitcoin is likely to hit 70,000 in the next few weeks. And if we break above 70,000, then our next target will be approximately even above probably $100,000 per Bitcoin. Probably $100,000 per Bitcoin. So some very exciting next few weeks. We're going to be having a very exciting next few weeks. We might even see an out season where outs are going to be pushed to prices we have never seen before. So some very exciting times. If you reached this far in this video, I'd like to thank you, and please subscribe. Please hit that like button, and yeah, more juicy, nice content coming through for you guys. We're going to be making a video every single day. Thank you for coming this far.